Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Are you all happy? If you are happy, I can call the next speaker to come and give the lecture. Very good. I founded Laugh to Live 7 years ago, not because I was unhappy. I wanted to be more happy, and I wanted to share some of the ideas with you today. You know, everybody wants to be happy, but trying to be happy, we are so busy, get held up on the path of happiness, and we forget to enjoy. You know, someone very famous said this, and if I get a chance, I will tell you who that person was towards the end of this talk. Do you all agree that in the pursuit of happiness, we forget to laugh? So that is why I wanted to share my philosophy and perspective about finding happiness that is within us, around us, everywhere. You know, finding happiness, it is not like baby food where mother feeds you. You have to get up and reach to the box and take the slice of pizza you want. You know, it is custom made, it needs your effort. So without our effort, we cannot be happy. Are we all happy? Very sad, isn't it? So what is the objective of our life? You know, it depends on who you are asking, and the background and their age and their perspective of life, and it all depends on what happiness means to different people. I want to give you just a couple of examples from two different perspectives. If you look at happiness from the perspective of different age groups, you know, a child, infant, all the child wants is food and comfort. And if, as they are growing old, they want toys or maybe cool stuff. And after that, something happens, there is a big temperature change, suddenly they want hot stuff. I don't know why. And then later on, nobody wants education, everybody wants a good job, right? You saw the previous presentation. Nobody wants to go through the struggle of learning things, but if there is an opportunity to get a good job, everybody wants it. But the objective at that age is to find a good job and have a good family and get settled and have a good house and so on. And afterwards, you want to start thinking about the family. You want to provide education to your children and get them settled in life, and you want respect and good progress in your career, whatever it is, or business or job, and then you want a stability and security in life. Afterwards, you want to retire well. You want to have enough money in your retirement account or your bank savings so that you can retire and maintain good health. What is next? You have done everything, been there, done that, and your closet is full of t-shirts. There is no room for one more t-shirt. So you want to leave this world gracefully, without pain for yourself and without pain to your loved ones. So do you agree if, these are generalized objectives for our life? And then if you look at the objectives or, what we want to do in life based on the personalities, it could be some people want to achieve something. They want to achieve a social status or political status or financial status. And then there are people who want to make a difference. These are the people like teachers, doctors, scientists, engineers. They want to discover a drug or a machine or a technology that changes the world. They want to make a difference in their own field. And then you have people who want to sacrifice anything, do anything. It is not for their career, but they are fighting for a cause, or these are like soldiers who are ready to give up their lives for others. Then what is behind all this? Trying to get something, be something, or do something. What is there? It is the desire, right? Desire to do or wanting. So desire is behind all these, but is that a good thing or a bad thing? Desire is not a bad thing. Why they want to do all these things? Because They want to have a sense of accomplishment that they achieved something, or a sense of satisfaction that they made a difference in someone's life, or they want to have a sense of pride that they sacrificed something for their loved ones or for the society. So if you look at all these things, what they are leading to is ultimately happiness. You are not doing it just for accomplishment or satisfaction or pride, because everything is going to give you happiness. Based on this, what is the ultimate goal of life? Happiness. Happiness is the ultimate goal of each and every one of us. That is what we are working towards. But we do not realize, and then we might be working too hard, too many years, and get stuck in the path rather than looking at the end, our goal. So where is happiness? It is mostly the external factors, right? If you are trying to be happy with some food is coming from outside. If you want to get a car, it is an external element. And then the education or the house or the things that you watch, the things you listen, everything is external. And if you look at us from the biological perspective, we are part of an ecosystem. An organism in an ecosystem is dependent on biotic and abiotic factors. Abiotic factors are like the environment, and biotic are all living organisms within the system. So our life depends on the temperature indoors, the temperature outside, the pollution, dust conditions, or the traffic, or the people we run into at the stores or at work, and the people we interact at home or in a meeting or anywhere. It is all these things that influence our moods every day. If you are stuck in a traffic, it might be influencing your mood depending on where you are going and what you want to do next. So we depend so much on these biotic and abiotic factors in the environment. So do you think that happiness depends on external factors? Do you agree? You might be wrong. I tricked you and you said yes, but you might be wrong, because happiness is in our perspective. Not necessarily it is true, it is influenced by several external factors, but at the end of the day, happiness depends on your perspective, how you look at things. So I will give you a couple of examples. Let us say you invested in stocks and you lost X amount. So you come home, you are very disappointed, you made a bad decision which did not look like a bad decision when you just clicked the button and transferred the money, right? And then suddenly you realize, oh, that money could have been useful for many things, and unnecessarily I invested in that, and I'm very disappointed. But then you hear from your friend or a colleague that he or she lost 10x. Suddenly you are very happy, right? You are happy for two reasons, or depending on what kind of person you are either happy your loss is not that much, right? You did not lose as much as the other person has lost, or you are happy that the other guy lost more. It depends on your perspective. But either way, you are happy. That is again because of our perspective. And another example, someone was in a plane crash. He woke up in the hospital, and then he realized both his legs were amputated and his arms were all bandaged up, and he does not know. Doctors tell him that he may or may not have functional arms. They don't know yet. It depends after the condition after a few weeks. So he was devastated, and suddenly he realizes he was the only survivor in the crash. So what do you think? He's happy, at least he's alive. Then after a few days or immediately, then someone comes and tells, okay, you will recover and your arms will be functional. Then he's happier. The situation is the same, nothing changed, the perspective changed. And after a week, he was told that there was a lawsuit or an insurance payment, and suddenly he gets millions of dollars, which he would never have made if he had his legs. Now he's the happiest. So what changed? Nothing changed. His condition has not changed, but not everybody might be the happiest because of all these things, but this is just an example. Same situation, same person, how he looks at that situation changed depending on how he perceived it. Based on that, happiness is all within our mind and within how we look at things. So then what is happiness? There are so many definitions, and I have a couple of definitions here. Happiness is a state of mind where you have one or more positive feelings. It is difficult to define because happiness means so many things to different people. And happiness could be a state of mind where nothing else matters at that time. So we want to have these situations, this state of mind as long as possible and as frequently as possible, if possible, permanently. We want to live in that state. Shouldn't we all be happy based on what we just saw, that it is internal, based on our perspective? We should all be happy, right? But instead of that, are we really happy? And what do we normally do? We ignore what we have, and we are always looking for what we don't have. As soon as you possess what you wanted, then your focus shifts to the next one. So you're always trying to get more. And then we ignore who love us, who admire us, who like us, and we try to do everything to impress someone who actually does not care about you, who does not like you. So you want to impress your enemy rather than impress your own loved ones or own self. And we also ignore our strengths. Everybody has a strength, whether we realize it or not. We all have our own strengths, but we are worried or concerned about the deficiencies, and our focus shifts. Additionally, what else do we do? We think about our past. Once it is gone, it is past, we cannot change it, but still we always get stuck in our past. Or we are concerned or we are worried about the future over which we have no control. I do not know what my thought is going to be in next 10 seconds. And we do not know what tomorrow is going to be, because it all depends on so many factors and interactions among everybody we see or meet every day. And what else do? We forget to enjoy the present, which becomes past every moment we ignore. This is the most important thing. We ignore our present moment, and we are always thinking about either the past or the future, which is not relevant right now. So if we really have to dig into our past, it should be useful to lay a foundation for our future. That is the only time we should think about our past. Learn the lessons from the past, use it to build our future. Okay, then what is left to live? I cannot say anything else. Happy to live does not sound good, so I have to pick a name, right? Left to live sounds good. But what is left to live? Actually, if you think about laughter yoga, where you sit with groups and laugh, right? You are familiar with that, laughter yoga. You will never try to sit by yourself in a park and try to laugh, because people think you are crazy, so you don't do that. So laughter yoga to me is like going to the gym for exercise. How many of us go regularly and forever in our life to the gym to get the exercise? It sounds good, we do it sometimes, but we do not continue it because of various factors. So what is laugh to live? Laugh to live is like a lifestyle where you develop the sense of humor and develop the skill to find happiness in you and around you, so that you incorporate that exercise into your lifestyle, so you no longer have to go to the gym. Why do we need to do that? Because laughter is very important. When we are happy, physiologically, biologically, things, all the biochemical and physiological changes improve the immune systems. There are so many benefits of laughter or being happy. When we are happy, we are healthy. When we are healthy and happy, we are more productive. We can do things better, we can do things faster, and it is going to reflect in our life and progress. And when we are happy and interact well with the people around us, we also make them happy and help them to think positive. So it is also a good thing. We are influencing people around us. And when us and people around us are happy, our cities and then state and countries, the world is going to be happy. It might sound like a big statement, but think about it. It is scientifically proven when happy people influence the happiness and the state of mind of other people around them or the people they interact with every day. So when I go to a grocery store, wherever I go, I joke around. And some people see it positive, some people think I am crazy, but it is their problem. I am having fun, and if they have a good sense of humor, they also laugh. Let us say I make a comment and make the cashier at a grocery store, at a store, happy. Then that person might be serving better and influencing the service up to 10, 20 people is going to be better, hopefully. So that is how we influence everybody around us through our attitude. I want to show what contributes to unhappiness in the form of a triangle. You know the 5 triangle, everything has 3 factors. So here I identified these 3 for unhappiness. One is greed. Everybody wants to accumulate things. Yes, we can accumulate, there is no limit for that. There is no limit for accumulation, but there is always a limit for how much we can use. And selfishness. Humans are social creatures, and our success of our species depends on how we take care of ourselves and everybody around us. So selfishness is not contributing to happiness. And the most important of all is envy. When you see this envy is like fire. It burns you, it burns everybody around you. So greed, selfishness, and envy are the reasons for unhappiness. Then what are the factors that contribute to happiness? Being faithful, being grateful. We all have something already. We need to be grateful for what we have. That is very important to realize what we have. And then be faithful. If you are a believer, believe in God. If you are not a believer, believe in yourself. Have faith. Faith gives you hope, and hope helps you to be patient, and this helps you to be happy eventually. And then be productive. This is also very important. You need to keep working on whatever you are doing. It is all very important. Be grateful, be faithful, and be productive, and that leads to happiness. And how can we achieve this? I want to show these stepping stones, how we can achieve. Before that, we need to understand ourselves. So we have our physical self. It is black because we try to, like black color, we try to absorb everything, right? Then we have our mental state. It is a big chaotic world. So many thoughts go in there, and if you do not control, then it is like a danger zone. Then you have this intellectual self, which is getting better there, which has some balance, but ultimately you have your spiritual self. That spiritual self is the one that is supposed to control us completely, but unfortunately the physical self dominates each and every day life. So we need to focus on having that bigger spiritual self. And how do I connect this with the happiness? Again, if you look at that laughter, it is more of a physical thing. Then we need to get to the next step where our mind is happy. Because we are talking about finding happiness, it doesn't mean that we reach that state by just going to the second level. We need to go further and have the blissful condition intellectually. A lot of people say eternal bliss, and bliss is more associated with the spiritual self, but I think bliss fits better there. The reason is when you have reached that spiritual maturity, you have equanimity. It is a peaceful condition. You should not even be having in a blissful condition there. So these are the stepping stones, and I hope that we can all use this and then move forward in our lives. And happiness, I just want to conclude this by saying happiness is within us. Let us bring it out for a better life and a better world. And thank you very much for this opportunity.
So again, thank you, Uncle. So Dr. Dara is a man of many different talents. He just talked about finding happiness, and he's involved in a lot of other social issues. But his day job is as a researcher. He, as I said before, he's an entomologist with the UC Agricultural Division. So next we're going to show another TED video, and this is by a researcher at the MIT Department of Mechanical Engineering. His name is Nikolai Beg, and he built a device to fix one of the most dangerous parts of surgery.